The World Bank advice was for Nigeria to fully liberalize its downstream petroleum sector by allowing petrol imports and fostering competition. The Bretton Woods institution warned that Dangote refineries' market dominance could hinder fuel supply stability. But these energy economists and chief economic strategists at ECOWAS Commission say while parts of the World Bank latest Nigeria development update were analytically sound, its position on fuel importation undermines the country's push for energy independence and local refining capacity.
We're still prioritizing exporting this crude to constituencies that have blocked export of refined products. China is taking your crude, and China has blocked export of refined products. Russia, that has cheap crude, is also blocking the refined. Kazakhstan, many countries are doing that. And somebody is advising government to abandon its policy and then go against the law to open up the thing.
On the surge in the global crude oil prices, which has directly triggered steep increase in domestic pump prices, despite the government's efforts to coordinate policies, Professor Ken calls on other well-meaning Nigerians with capacity to invest in building refineries to support the efforts of the already existing 650,000 barrels per day Dangote refinery.
Our economy and population were so vulnerable. Then God gave us Dangote. He came in here leading the private sector, put in 20 billion, refining 700,000 barrels, now doubled the capacity to 1.4 million in the next 2 years. Others have joined in. He beckoned on everybody to come in. Let's make Nigeria a refining sovereignty. And then you have $550 billion investment going into Ondo. You have Bua doing 200,000 barrels, another guy in Lagos, more people mobilize. So the capacity will be twice more than what Nigeria brings out from the soil.
These economic analysts, however, say the current crisis underscores a long-term inability of government to reduce reliance on oil imports, which consistently undermines domestic economic stability during international conflicts. They say the rising fuel costs have created a domino effect, leading to higher logistics and transportation costs, which in turn have driven up cost of living across the country.
If they have not removed the subsidy and Dangote is not working, imagine we have to import crude, PMS in this war when ships cannot even move around freely as they used to. We may not even get at all. We may be at 3,000 or more now.
What has started in the Middle East today is not something I'm seeing that will end in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years. And it has the potential to spiral beyond the Middle East because the alliance that is behind Iran, behind Israel, behind Russia, behind Ukraine, the BRICS and the American dollar system, all of these things are still there. And this war can as well spiral into that. So what is our preparation towards that? In the next 2-3 years, as we see things unfold, our government can begin to take steps to protect us from the global shocks.
Analysts believe that Nigeria's long-term economic stability lies in reducing import dependence and strengthening local value addition across sectors. Yusuf Akogo, Trust Television News, Abuja.